Well, if it isn't episode 91, it is now. Worst case scenario, we're like Microsoft. We just skipped Windows 9.
Right. We'll just be like, we didn't think that episode 90 was going to be a good episode. So we just kind of passed it completely.
Alright, Julius, I need to turn off the sound pack anyway. Because, I don't want Tyler flying all the way from the UK just to stab me in my neck.
You would do that, really?
Yeah, I think he would.
Right.
So, Myshu, you mentioned something about trying to turn your house into a boat. I take it that it's raining where you live?
I don't know if rain adequately describes my situation. I mean, the English language has so many words. I mean, for instance, deluge comes to mind.
Monsoon.
Tsunami.
Yeah, it's raining where I live.
Is it raining or flooding? Or is it both?
Well, my emergency alert on my phone just went off that said I'm having a flash flood warning for the next 4 hours.
Right.
So, the big plot twist in this episode is already out before we even start the podcast. It's raining where I live, so since
Dun, dun,
1
dun.
plus 1 is equals 2, Mishu is my neighbor. Yay! Hi, Mishu.
Oh, after all this time, we always pass each other on the street. Just we never recognize each other's faces. It's a real tragedy.
Alright then, so... Wow, who was that?
I think that was just Julius. I'm not sure what he said, though.
Yeah, Julius, can you say something like popcorn or whatever?
Popcorn.
Right.
Enunciate.
I'm sorry, I was laughing.
So, I think we are good to go. Another episode of the Shifty podcast. I'm Luis, aka SpartanSloth, and today we have...
These nuts, Jim Servac.
And Myshu.
And Morgan Freeman.
Of course.
Morgan, what happened to your voice? You don't sound nearly as sexy
You
as
sound younger.
I recall the last time I talked to you.
I'm kind of sick.
Poor guy.
So, what if Morgan Freeman is kind of like Benjamin Button?
Morgan Freeman.
What if he what?
Yeah, if Morgan Freeman is kind of like Benjamin Button, so he's getting younger. Since you say you're Morgan Freeman, then
Probably.
you are getting younger.
Or am I?
That was a really thing about that story is that the younger he got, the closer to death he was. It's so weird to think about it that way.
Yeah.
So, any of you guys ever got younger?
A common experience for everyone.
No, I can't say I
Yeah.
have.
Yeah, Jim, I think you're the only one here.
I know. I'm the old man.
I feel like I would lose a few years if I shaved my beard. Like I was looking, I think it was last week. Yeah, last week I was on the podcast recording, and I went to this kind of like graduation sort of party. It's actually a pre-graduation event. We call it 100 days until graduation. And so one of the chicks that are organizing our prom party and all that, she asked us for pictures of us for a little side project she was gonna do for this pre-graduation party. Ah, fuck my phone. So I was looking for pictures. Yeah, I mean, don't really fuck your phones, kids. That's nasty. So I was looking for pictures of myself, and I realized two things. First, I don't have a lot of selfies or even pictures that have just me in them for some reason.
Not
and I don't
necessarily a bad thing.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I mean, I usually have pictures of me at bars with my friends and stuff, so,
Why,
that's
you
good.
have friends?
Yeah,
I'm appalled.
I was
How dare
astounded
you.
too, dude. I was looking at the pictures and I was like, God damn it, where did I get friends? How did that happen? But anyway, I'm still trying to figure that out. Uh, and then I was looking through some older photos I have of myself and just myself, and I saw some pictures of me without my beard, and it's so fucking weird. I look so goddamn younger.
I didn't know you had a beard. So that's just news to me in general.
A beard?
Yeah. I feel like I didn't know that.
I
used to
have
work
like.
with this.
Sorry, Mishu, just finishing that
No,
thought.
I used to work with a guy who looked like a hippie. He'd play guitar all the time and, smoke weed in the back of the shop and just had this bitchin' ginger beard.
Jesus.
But, well, one day he came in with it all shaved off and we're like, whoa, time change. So we jumped in the DeLorean here. And I think about 3 days later he came in looking sad. I'm like, man, what's wrong? He's like, my girlfriend dumped me. I'm like, why? Is it because of the beard?
Wow.
Damn.
Don't shave your beard, kids. That's the lesson of the story.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, I don't really consider shaving my beard, mostly because of my job. Like, I feel like looking older, at least at the very beginning of my career, could probably help me out. It could, I don't know, make people think I don't really know. But I think you guys get what I'm saying, right? Like, fuck it. Anyway, looking older.
Yeah, I wasn't sure where you were going with that.
Yeah, people usually like.
Nope.
Yeah, it's kind of like respect, but not really respect. It's like they have a bigger consideration if you're older or something like that, or if you look older.
Spartan has a baby face. That's all I'm taking away from this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Better than a butterface.
What is a butterface?
It's what you say to about some females who are not necessarily attractive. Like, they have a good body, but her face is not. So it's like she looks good, but her face.
Butterface.
Oh, we call. But that's a general thing. Like people like
I was gonna
that.
say that
either-
shouldn't be gender exclusive. I can think of plenty of guys I'd say the same thing about.
No. There's definitely you can say the same thing about some guys, but it's only because butter and butt her sound similar. So.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, here in Brazil we have a saying that's like shrimp people. You
Shrimp people.
Yeah, it's awful to say.
What?
It's awful, but I'm gonna explain. It's like
You're a shrimp person.
It's like you cut off the head.
Mad
and eat the
burn,
rest.
dude. Sick burn.
So yeah, it's that's
When I
a
was
nasty
trying to
thing
guess what
say.
butterface mean, just thought it was the face of someone who ate a lot of butter.
That's probably what it is.
I mean, that can make you a butterface.
Yeah.
A butter sculpture of a face. It's beautiful.
Negative.
But yeah, I mean, I'm not sure if my face without a beard counts as a baby face, but let me see. I think I do. I certainly have a picture of me with my beard, Jim, on my Rooster Teeth page, or maybe even two pictures. And I think my Skype picture, it's me without a beard. So if you want to go through the trouble of checking those out, you can probably compare. There's no way in hell I'm linking those pictures on the link shitter.
Yeah, I probably don't care that much, but thank you for the invite.
Yeah, it's okay,
Well, let's get to it. What's everybody doing for Halloween?
As it stands, I have nothing concrete. However, my university is ranked 19th in our football league, and we are playing against the number 1 team here in about 4.5 hours. So my aunt apparently has free tickets, and I'm trying to figure out if she can give one to me, because I'd like to go see that game. But that's it. Nothing actually Halloween-y going on for me.
Football, football.
Sports. Yeah, I'm just, I spent half the day cleaning the house, and then so far I've been playing GTA, and that's it. Like, Halloween is not a big thing in Brazil.
Yeah, if I don't go to the game, I'm probably just gonna stay home and play Halo 5, because I actually had some really fantastic Halo 5 games earlier.
Oh, I want to play that game.
It's right excellent. I enjoy it a lot.
Well, what's keeping you, man?
I think she's talking to you.
Oh,
What's
me?
keeping you from playing? Yeah.
Prices, pretty much. Um, Added to the whole insane taxes we have here, now the dollar to reais ratio is just fucking crazy. So yeah, shit's expensive. The
What
only
is your
$100
currency?
video games?
no, it's actually a little bit more, yes. But
Good damn.
I'm not really sure how much we're paying for them, but it's fucking bullshit. Like, god damn it. But now, I actually did a lot of research and I found Fallout 4 at a somewhat reasonable price. And so I got it, like I pre-ordered it. It's the first game I pre-order, and now I'm waiting for it. It's a physical copy. I'm pretty excited about it.
Yeah, my sister's really hyped about that game.
I think it's the first Fallout that I'm genuinely interested in. I'm not going to get it right away because I'm going to be too busy playing StarCraft 2. But definitely looks something like it'll be good. I'm interested in the voice acting. That they're going to have everybody do the voice acting part of it. So
Oh yeah, I'm really torn between naming my character with my actual name and seeing if they have Luis there, or just naming my character straight away Fuckface. Well, that was a thunder. Naming my character straight away Fuckface, like Todd Howard said they actually recorded lines for that name, just to shit my pants laughing.
Oh, what an Easter egg.
But Jem, did you say StarCraft 2?
yeah, I'm a huge StarCraft fan, and this is the game that's coming out on November 10th. Legacy of the Void is the third and final chapter of the StarCraft 2 trilogy.
Oh, okay then. Because I was about to say, like, I think I've seen StarCraft 2 a long time ago already.
Yeah,
But
the first two parts have been out for a while.
yeah, so it's like a multi-part. It's kind of like the Ezio trilogy for Assassin's Creed. Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Speaking of which, Stuart, Mass Hello Gear, who's been on our podcast a few times before, according to him, Assassin's Creed Syndicate is a good game, actually. Not a lot of bugs, apparently.
My roommate seems to like it a lot. He's just an Assassin's Creed fan in general. So.
Yeah, I really like Assassin's Creed, but after the whole Unity thing, it kind of got me. I don't know. I think I lost a little bit of the hype I had. I mean, I'll still play Syndicate, but I'll sure as hell wait for the price to drop before I just run at it.
Not to get away from video games, but I've been watching out my window and the water level's steadily rising until, all the grass in the neighbor's yard disappears. There's one little island of grass left, one little sad tree on it.
God damn.
Fuck.
Are you going to be safe like Myshu? I have concerns because not a month ago, Charleston was flooded by the hurricane that sat on top of us for like 6 days. And we had some deaths and a lot of property damage. So I feel like if you need to be safe, then you should just leave.
I think I'll be okay. I got a little shotgun house. It's on cinder blocks, so I can just kick the blocks out and start floating away. Just get some paddles.
All right.
Right before this podcast started going, I walked in my bedroom and discovered I've got this recurring leak in my ceiling, and it decided to act up today. So I was like, oh, time to get the bucket and the towels and the mop.
Unfortunate. I'm so sorry.
I know, my houseboat sprung a leak. It's awful. At least it's in the top, not the bottom.
From the roof, which is extra not good.
Well, worst
Hang in
case
there, little
scenario.
island with a tree on it. Hang in there.
You
I
can
have
just
to swim that
roll.
far if it gets too bad.
Like you climb on top of your house and just roll away.
There was an old joke used to be told at the church I go to about a woman caught in a flood. I guess like a hurricane or some kind of flooding situation, and all her neighbors were evacuating or getting out of town. They're like, come on, get out of here. And she would just sit on her porch, this crotchety old woman, and wave her Bible at them and say, the Lord will protect me. And they're like, all right, her neighbors burn off, leave her alone. So the water starts rising, and she's like, oh, I gotta get into my house. She climbs up into the second story of her house, and she's sitting out the window, and a boat comes by. And there's a rescue boat and there's people in it. And they're like, hey, come on, get out of your house. Come over here, get in the boat. And, shit's flooded. And she's like, looks out the window and waves her Bible and says, the Lord will protect me. So they're like, all right, lady. And they speed off in the little boat. And the water keeps rising. It keeps flooding. It keeps flooding. And she has to crawl out onto the roof. And she's sitting on the roof, and then she sees a helicopter fly over, and they drop a ladder and fly over her head and say, hey, come on, lady, we're here to save you. Get out of here, it's flooding. And she waves her Bible at him again, says, the Lord will protect me. And the helicopter's like, all right, flips her the bird, flies away. So finally, she drowns. The flood takes her, sweeps away her house. She dies in the waters. She gets up to the pearly gates, and she's standing in front of St. Peter, and she's like, what happened? I believed in you. I did everything I could. I prayed. I held on to my Bible. I thought you would save me. What happened? Why didn't the Lord help me? And St. Peter's looking at her and says, well, we sent you like a caravan, a boat, and a helicopter. What else did you want?
True enough. I was wondering what the punchline of this joke was going to be. I was like, it's going to be some smart-ass thing that God says, right?
But yeah, probably the
Yeah,
seals.
that God. Always a smartass.
That's my kind of God. I figure God's really got to have like a really snarky sense of humor, right? There's too much ironic stuff that happens in this world for him not to be a comical fellow.
Yeah, I think that's what my roommate subscribes to. She says, there's too much weird coincidental shit happening in the world for there not to be some kind of deity.
Agreed.
You know what's weird? TJ said he's sick, and so he didn't show up for the podcast. Tyler just said he couldn't show up for the podcast. And now your neighborhood is flooding, Myshu. So I think they're to blame somehow.
It's all correlated.
That wasn't a stretch of logic, but okay.
No, it wasn't, Jim. It's perfectly logical.
Perfectly logical.
The one thing I'm mad about? I carved my first pumpkin today. My roommate helped me get a pumpkin, and we sat down and we cut out Achievement Hunter logo, and we're like, yeah, sweet pumpkin. And now it's raining and no one's gonna see it.
Oh my god, that does suck.
Well, it can always be a beacon.
Yeah, a beacon for the rescue teams that are going to come around and find our house. Look for that. Hey, look, it's Achievement Hunter.
Just don't wave your Bible at them and say, the Lord will protect me.
I'll have the Achievement Hunter pumpkin propped up on a Bible. That way they'll see it better.
Wow. No blasphemy here.
Hey, the Lord is helping.
The Lord is helping. It's keeping my pumpkin alive.
I was visiting my mom recently, and she's got one of these beds, and she's like, my bed's busted, and she's like, it's terrible on my back, and she's like, the slats under the mattress, like 3 of them just snapped in half, so she just sits in the bed all sunken in like Uncle Fester. And I was like, well, why don't you? I looked around the room, and immediately I saw like a whole stack of like gardening books. It was like a foot tall. I'm like, why don't you just put books under it? And she's like, I never thought of that. I've been living like this half a year.
Wow.
Kill your back for no reason. So I shoved books under her bed, and it's fine. It's like, yeah, problem solved.
Jeez.
Nice.
So anybody else got heroic stories of books?
At my job, a lady was using big phone books to even out the her monitors on her desk. So that's about the only thing I've got recently.
Jeez, what is she still using? CRTs?
I know. I was like, I had to move her monitors to a new cubicle, and I was like, you realize this one here, like, it actually has a neck that it goes up and down on, right? She was like, oh my god, I had no idea. And I'm just like, I just love that people, like, don't explore the stuff that they have at all.
That's true. Yeah. Most people are afraid of computers. Are like, I don't want to touch this button. It might explode.
Yeah, right. It's terrible.
I mean, it could explode.
They did have those exploding laptop batteries for a while.
Oh yeah, those were a thing. I did
see a computer catch on fire once. Like,
really?
Yeah, well, the shop I was working at the time, there was the computer repair section, and there was the customer service section at the other end of this long counter. And when customer service did returns, they had a shrink wrap machine, which basically is a giant heat gun with a plastic wrap that just shrinks the plastic wrap. And in doing that, it creates a slight burning smell. And I was there by myself one morning, and I smelled burning, and I was like, oh shit, what's that burning? So I run to the back of the store to see where we have our computers, and all the computers are fine. And I walk back up front, and they're down there shrink wrapping something. And I was like, oh, okay, it's no big deal. so a little while later, I smell something burning again. I was like, what is that? So I run to the back again. Nothing's going on. I go back up front, and they're shrink wrapping something with a heat gun, so I can smell it burning. And I was like, damn it. And so, maybe 15 minutes after that, I'm sitting over there, and I smell burning again, and I was like, damn it, that damn shrink wrap gun. And I look over there, and there's nobody at customer service, and there's nobody at the shrink wrap station, and I was like, oh shit, run to the back, and there's a compact computer that had a DVD in it, and the DVD drive is just spitting out flames. I was like, oh my god.
Holy shit.
Damn.
Yeah, the laser that reads the DVDs, I don't know if it was a power surge or what, but it just got way too hot, had some sort of power surge. It got really, really high powered and actually started melting the DVD, which caused a fire to ensue. So I just yanked the power cord out of the back of it, and it stopped pretty much right away. We gave it a little time to cool off. Luckily, nothing but the DVD drive was ruined on that computer, and we were like, hey, dude, your DVD drive is fucked, so you need to go buy another one.
My mom once ruined a computer CD tray by using it as an ashtray, but I think she was drunk.
Yeah, that'll happen. Good way of causing that to occur.
But yeah, I mean, you were asking about books, right, Myshu? I don't really have any stories of book misuse right now. Although I did, I was late in taking a book back to the library for the first time in my life. I felt awful. But I did read the sequel to The Shining, which is called Doctor Sleep, in 4 days, 3 or 4 days. I couldn't put that book down.
Damn, dude, aren't those books huge?
Yeah, that was a pretty large one, but it was just so damn good.
The end.
Yeah, at some point I figured okay, I need to focus my shit, do what I gotta do, and then I can read this. Yeah, but the book, and it's almost at that part. No, shut up, please. You gotta focus. Don't you fucking dare. So yeah, that was the thing. I almost had to go
I
to
think
a
everybody's
book
had that
addiction
one
club.
book they've done that too.
Yeah, I think the last book I read so fast, but it's half or a third of the size of that book, was Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, or the Sorcerer's Stone, depending on the version.
Did I ever talk about my mom's favorite book series? I think they had a TV show they recently made out of it on Starz. It's called Outlander.
No,
which is a pretty good show. It's about her motherland, Scotland, and a woman who travels back in time. And of course, it's an old romance story, and she falls in love with this old guy in a kilt, and blah 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 blah. But what was funny about the book is that when she was introduced to it while she was living in America, in the States, and it was called Outlander back then. When she was going back to Britain to look for it, she had a little confusion trying to find it because it was listed in the UK under its original name, The Burning Cross. And I was talking to her about it, and I thought, gee, I wonder why they changed that name in America.
Yeah, there's
Yep.
some racial tension that goes on with the whole cross burning thing.
Yeah, just a little. Probably not good for PR.
Definitely not going to make it on the bestsellers list, I suspect.
If you ever get a chance to catch the show, it's kind of weird and full of a lot of fights, gore, torture.
I saw
romance,
a
blah,
preview
blah, blah.
for it, actually, an advertisement one time, maybe a month ago or so. And so it seemed interesting, but we don't have, was it Stars or Showtime? We don't have either of those. We just have HBO.
Yeah, Stars, I think. I think anybody has to get the best way to probably get it now is on Amazon.
Right on. Shows, though, I finally caught the first few episodes of Star Wars Rebels Season 2. Has anybody bothered watching that?
No, but tell us more.
Very good, actually. Season 1, it was kind of the first couple episodes were interesting for Season 1, and then it really delved very heavily into the more child audience direction for the show until the last 3 episodes of Season 1, where it was still kind of childish, but they brought in, spoiler alert, they brought in Darth Vader, and it's James Earl Jones, the original voice of Darth Vader, doing Darth Vader's voice, so he reprised his role from the original trilogy. It was a really, really good end to Season 1, and Season 2 has started out extremely good as well. I told Mugs of Tea about it, but she's been busy and has not been able to watch. You should definitely check it out if you get the opportunity.
And there's your endorsement, folks. Talking about Halloween and the stuff to do, I do make one tradition. Like I said, I carved a pumpkin for the first time this year, and I'm not going to do that again because, man, that's messy and a in the ass. But
difficult.
one thing I do make a note to do every year is reread the NES Godzilla creepypasta. Anybody here like to read creepypastas?
Now I was about to say like what?
Yeah.
Dr. Sparks loves that creepypasta stuff. I've never actually read it myself, but she's all about it.
I'll leave something for the link shit. But yeah, it's my favorite creepypasta. I always go back to it every year or every once in a while when I want to get creeped out. I don't think it's particularly scary. I guess it's kind of scary because it's just screenshot manipulations and they look really, really fucked up. And most NES games, when you think about it and look at the old graphics, they look creepy to begin with. It's usually kind of a lone character in a shitty 8-bit music on a black screen moving around, so, you know, it's got all the elements to be fucked up.
What the hell is this?
I remember having this game on the NES and playing as Godzilla against Mecha Godzilla.
So, what? It's like there's a bunch of chapters.
Yeah, it's a long story. It takes me like 2-3 hours to get through it. But it's a fucking ride. I'll give you that. Check it out if you get the chance.
Yeah, I might
It starts
give it
in like 2011. The most recent post is 2014. Jeez, they just drug it out that long?
No, you got it done in one shot. I think that's just how old it is. It's about, I guess it's about 4 or 5 years old now.
Is that Cthulhu? No, it isn't. Or is it? No, I don't think so.
Cthulhu, but no.
Is this the weird Godzilla game in which, like, you choose which enemy to fight with?
Yeah, I think it's normally the setup of the game is like you go across the galaxy, like you fight on Earth, and you can pick Godzilla or Mothra or a couple of other kaiju and just fight you're all the way to Pluto and then beat the boss, and it's just kind of generic. And well, I guess it's very weird for being a generic NES game, but it's kind of a side-scroll beat 'em up.
Yeah, it looks strange.
And this guy takes it and fucks it all to hell.
Well,
I might actually read this because of my prior ownership and playing of this game from many years ago. Although I don't think, as I was so young and I didn't really understand how to play the game, I don't think I ever got past like the first level or two. I remember fighting Mecha Godzilla, but I don't remember fighting anyone else.
Well, NES games are famous for being like Ursulas.
Oh, they are. Like the original Zelda, there is nothing in that damn game.
Yeah.
I mean, not shit that gives you any clues on how to do anything. Like, I recently just replayed it like a year ago on my 3DS, and I was like, holy shit, like, what am I supposed to do? Like, I had to go find a walkthrough because I just completely lost.
And if it's not that, when you lose, like, game over, it's back to the beginning.
Yeah, it's hardcore shit, man.
There was this one game I played that it was an emulator for the NES. I think it was kind of like it was an RPG, and it was a biopunk game or something, or cyberpunk. I'm not sure, but yeah, it was kind of like the same thing. What the fuck am I supposed to do here? Fuck it. Don't need to worry about that. It was really weird. Also, Contra.
Fuck that. I mean, it's fun, but fuck that. I
don't think I ever got past like the 3rd level or something. Of the 3rd Contra.
You need the Konami code for that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And even that, I don't think I would do well. But yeah, was NES the one you guys started off with?
Well, it was for me. I remember having the original NES. I had the Mario Brothers and Duck Hunt combined cartridge, where they were both on a single cartridge.
Yeah, me too. That was my first. There
was a Space Invaders game of some kind. It wasn't called Space Invaders. God, I'm trying to remember what it was. The ships in it looked like the old Cylon ships in the original Battlestar Galactica. You had the light gun, which you had to shoot the guys and blow up their ships. So I remember playing that and the very old Star Trek game that I could never beat. I couldn't never beat the Romulans, but my dad could.
Oh, God.
I remember playing that, and there was obviously Godzilla. There was one more, Galaga. I had Galaga on the original Nintendo.
Nice.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that system a lot. And then my friend eventually had gotten a Super Nintendo. He never had the original Nintendo, so I would talk to him about Nintendo games. He'd go, "What are you talking about?" And he would talk to me about Nintendo games like Star Fox, and I would go, "I don't know what that is." And I eventually went over to his house and remember seeing him play Star Fox for the first time, and I was just like, "Man, like this is a totally different world."
That must have blown your head off.
Yeah, man. Like there was like no like Star Fox was it was really shitty looking, but it was all 3D, and there was no 3D on the original Nintendo. So I had convinced my parents to get me a Super Nintendo, and the bastards sold my original Nintendo to get me a Super Nintendo, which I didn't want.
Yep.
Like I wanted
I
them
think
both.
it's like a car. You know, you sell your old one when you're done with it, and then get
Right.
your
Yep.
upgraded model.
Yeah,
Yep.
which is funny because that's exactly, well, that's not exactly, but that's almost exactly what I do with game consoles now. I mean, I still have my 360, only until backwards compatibility is fully integrated into the Xbox One. Then I'll trade it in for some store credit somewhere.
My
Yeah, they
first
really
one
tried to
was
snuff out backwards compatibility with these most recent couple of generations. I guess it's a
Yeah.
marketing thing, or they want to sell more copies of the old stuff, like how PS2s were still on the shelves for like 5 years after they stopped selling PS2s.
Well, PS2 is still huge in Japan, and there's places in New York. There's this huge video game store in New York City where you can actually buy all the original consoles going back to like the Commodore 64 and stuff.
Wow, really?
damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
But one of the big challenges for porting at least for 360, 360 games into backwards compatibility on the Xbox One is that the processing architectures are wildly different. The 360's processor is based off of something called IBM's Power PC, and the Xbox One uses AMD's x86 series, or that's the microarchitecture. And another kind of trick to that is that the PowerPC processors in the 360 run at 3.6 gigahertz, and there's 3 of them, while on the Xbox One, there's 8 processor cores, but they only run at 1.8 gigahertz. So it's like you have to do a lot of translation of code through the software layer, and that murders performance. I remember way back in the day when Macs still ran PowerPC processors, you would try to run like Windows on a virtual machine, and it would just ran like doo doo. I know I really got just super computer technical on everybody there. Sorry, I live for this.
No, I'd never had that explained to me before. That's actually kind of neat.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's think of it as a computer language kind of thing. So
Well, I think we all learned a little bit about computers and a lot about ourselves. Still raining.
Man, water, meatballs.
Well, at least I get to die with my cat. That's the way I wanted it.
Nice.
So, have you guys always wondered, like, if that song "It's Raining Man" was literal, it would be a fucking bloodbath.
Yeah.
It's like just people falling from the sky and hitting the ground.
I want somebody to make an AMV with using Dead Rising and just men hitting the ground to that song.
But yeah, if anyone in the audience could work on that, that would be great.
Yeah.
It'll probably be easier on GTA 5.
Can you get that many people together and make it rain?
Yeah.
Speaking of making it rain, Jim, do you have any other strip club stories?
Oh boy.
Ooh.
No, I did end up going to a club like, gosh, a month ago, maybe a month and a half. Someone with some friends. It wasn't really. This one was pretty much a normal visit. Although since I really had no interest in being there, I was trying to like avoid like making eye contact with any of the girls. And there was a football game on, so I was kind of watching one, and a girl like didn't walk in front of the TV, but she walked nearby, and the movement just caused my eyes out of habit to look to see what that was. And she saw me look at her, so she came over there and tried to, like, solicit me. But she was honest about it. She was like, do you want me to dance for you and take all your money? And I said, well, you can dance for me, but no, I don't want to give you any of my money. But that was about as interesting as it got for me that night. Although one of the guys we were with was a Navy guy, and he spent like $300 on private dances in the VIP. So.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, right? It's like, geez, must be nice.
Wait, was it Rodriguez?
No. No, it was not freaking Rodriguez.
Who's
Somebody's
Rodriguez?
balling.
Yeah, right? Somebody lives on base and doesn't spend his money on anything else. That's pretty typical of Navy guys, at least here. But the friends I was with, they're married. They've been married for a few months now. And dude is in the Navy. She's not. And she is. He wanted to get a lap dance, a private lap dance for one of the girls, and his wife was not having it. And this apparently happened after I left, since I drove myself. And so I was like, I'm out, guys. So I left, went home, and the next day we hung out again. We did some bar hopping, and we got to one bar, and it came up in conversation somehow. I don't know how, and they fought about that shit for like an hour and a half.
Oh,
And I was
shit.
just like, oh boy. I was like, this is why you don't go to strip clubs with couples, because somebody's not going to be happy when it's all over with.
Yep.
So that's it's not a very fun story, but that is as misadventure as it gets this time around.
Oh, my
That
roommate just
must
took a
have been a
picture out the
thing.
front door of our house. Here, let me link it.
Wait,
oh
so.
my god. It's
Oh,
horrendous.
Damn.
shit, Mishu.
Whoa.
Get a
fuck.
fucking
Oh
boat.
no! I convert
Yeah.
my car to a boat, quick.
I think her house is the boat.
Damn.
So
That's my cute
like.
little red car.
Oh, okay. Wait, you said this is your sister's Twitter?
It's my roommate's Twitter.
Oh,
She's
yeah,
in the other room.
Oh, okay.
Jesus, Mishu.
Bye, guys. It was nice knowing you.
You're floating away.
Mishu, no.
My last will and testament is on a podcast. Go figure. This is my life.
Speaking of this is your life, Mishu, you want to talk about the Project Butterfly?
Oh yeah, I'm making a video game.
Nice.
Yeah, I've been working on I've been making a comic out of my Chupa thingies for a while. My little Red versus Blue project, and I recently started converting it into a video game. I think about September last year, I jumped on the RPG Maker VX Ace engine, and I think just a couple of weeks ago, actually it was last week, they released RPG Maker MV, which is the newest engine, which has a lot of new cool features and things. So I've been really excited excited and stressed and bummed out and screaming at my computer because I've been trying to convert my entire project over to the new engine. And they changed things like mostly the resolution of the graphics. I have to redo all the graphics. I have to redo all the maps. Luckily, I don't have to redo all the event coding because I ran a converter tool. But yeah, that's going to be my next few weeks, just turning that whole project over into the new engine and getting a new demo up and things like that. But the old demo is still up if anyone wants to play my video game. It's on chuparevolution.com.
And that
Man, I
will be on the
remember
link
that.
shitter, kids.
RPG
And
Maker.
Ooh, yeah.
I did play the demo you released. God, I can't even remember when it was released. Well, there was a demo, and it is a lot of fun. Like, I really enjoyed it.
Oh, thank you, man. It was a lot of fun to write. I've always loved like 2D RPGs, like console RPGs, turn-based stuff like Final Fantasy, Dragon Warrior, and that's what that engine works the best with, games of that kind of style. But I think the best part's just been making my own graphics. Like I said, I've always done artsy stuff, and I've found a good way to take my 3D models that I've used and to render them with toon shaders and just turn them into like 3-4 frame sprites. So make whole sprite sheets out of them, and that's pretty much been a blast. And I'm looking forward to doing that through the next year. I'm going to keep working on an alpha build of the complete game, and probably going to be ready around summer next year, hopefully late spring at the earliest. And I'll get that tested, and then I'll work on more graphics, and maybe by the end of 2016 I'll have a full game. It should be fun.
Nice. Speaking of you doing stuff, I have the Chupa Baby Lone Wanderer as my phone background, and
Oh, that's so cute.
yeah, and everyone who looks at my phone is like, "Oh, that's awesome. Where'd you get it?" And I have to tell them the story like of the whole Chipa Baby adoption thing and all that. They are always blown away by like both the difference because I I suck dicks at drawing, but they really enjoy your work. So that's a thing.
Well, thanks, man. Thanks for getting my little babies out there and bringing it on your phone. Chupas represent. Yeah, that's always. I don't know how or why or when I came up with all those little things. I guess I told it before on a podcast. I was just really high on jelly beans one night, and it worked out great.
Man,
Shout out to
that
Jelly
jelly
Beans.
bean, though. Yeah.
So wait, the canyon they're stuck in is called Timay.
The territory that the canyon's in is called Timay. On the ring world, they call Circa. It's broken into 12 territories that are divided into red and blue territories. And every 100 years or so, they have a holy war to decide which side gets to be in control of the ring and all the territories. So they split it up, and they all have little bases. And they go to town on it. It's basically a big game of worldwide capture the flag, sanctioned by the government, which is a religious entity.
So wait, like it's Timay, but is it like South Park?
Timay is the name of the territory.
Like that?
So,
oh, okay.
so when the map's called Timay Outpost, that's the name of the canyon outpost that they have in Timay. It's actually so in the middle of nowhere they don't even bother giving it a specific name.
Right on. Okay, I'm with you.
So yeah, that was an overly complicated explanation.
I was reading because I was just wondering where like the name came from. Because it seemed like Timmy from South Park, but I was just curious.
Timay.
Sorry to derail everything.
How many Timmys do you guys know in real life?
None presently.
I have an Uncle Tim, but I don't think anyone's bothered to call him Timmy.
Maybe when
Julius?
he was a kid. No, man, absolutely not.
Because here's the deal, like, well, maybe it helps that I'm in Brazil and that is not a name here, like a common name. But I don't know, I just get the feeling that Timmy is his go-to kid name that people always use, but you don't see a lot of Timmys in real life.
Yeah, I don't know anyone who's being called Timmy. I don't think I know any Jimmys either, though.
Fucking take that, Jim.
Yeah,
I know Jims. I know plenty of Jims. I don't know a Jim E.
I know all of the gyms.
Jimmy Johnson, I guess.
Oh, yeah, the subs. I've never had their subs. I heard they were only okay. I never heard that they were great, so I haven't bothered to get any.
Wait, you said
My roommate and I
subs?
noticed a trend.
Yeah, like sub
I
sandwiches.
Oh yeah, you guys talking about subs. You're making me hungry, and I can't go to the sub shop. I mean, I could swim there.
If you're brave enough, you can go.
Yeah, time to put on my waist-high galoshes and boots. My roommate and I noticed a weird, and she just got back from Australia fairly recently, and I got back from Scotland, and I was noticing, in Britain they put like wire, IE, on the end of everything. Like I'm going to take a shoddy at the potty and everything and all like that. And
okay.
Everything sounds like baby speak over. I think our RT podcast they made a joke about that too. But she's like, funny, in Australia they do the opposite. They just cut off all the words. Like if it's a 2-syllable word, you only say 1 syllable.
So potty becomes pot?
Yeah, pretty much.
Wow.
Go into the pot.
Man.
That's Sounds
I'm
like
not
that
sure
could
which
be...
I like better. I mean, one way's more efficient, but you can barely understand what they're saying.
Yeah, and it can cause a lot of confusion. Like instead of saying I'm going to take a potty, if you go for the Australian version, you can probably get in trouble with the law.
Going to take a pot.
Go and take some pot.
You guys reminded me of that.
Oh, yeah. Julius sent a link. I'll put on the link shitter. It's the difference between the MPs. Yeah, that was always a thing when I was a kid because when the whole MP thing started, MP3, MP4, etc., etc., I was at the time playing Max Payne, and there was the MP5, the gun. And for a while, people just went crazy with that. It was like MP3, MP4, MP5, MP6, MP7. It's like, holy shit. And then the Apple products started showing up and people just stopped caring about those. Like, they started becoming a thing. And it would, like, I would find it really funny, but at the same time, sometimes I got confused, like, oh, MP5. And I was like, guns. And it wasn't, it wasn't guns. Or sometimes, guns, and oh shit, they are talking about guns.
Huh.
I forget what the acronym for MP3 was, like why it's called MP3.
It's Music Player 3.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was media player, but I guess makes sense. Music player.
Although, no, wait. Yeah, I think it's because the explanation I saw was that, like, either tapes or vinyl was like the first MPs, the first music players, and then with the MP3 format and the MP3 machine, like the little stick, that would be the MP3 for like the new music player thing. Or again, media player. Yeah, that's we could probably
Military
Google
police.
that.
Military police.
We could probably Google that, but it would be too much work.
Yeah.
And, fuck that. Speaking of fucking things, you guys want to do some questions?
Yeah, that's a rough
Okay.
transition,
Nice
but yeah,
segue.
sure. We'll go straight to
Yeah.
that.
So
Sparks, don't listen to me. Fuck the questions, please.
listen to it,
Oh.
man.
Just waiting for the site to cooperate. Is it still broken for you guys?
Nah.
It's not great.
It's not great. Let's see.
I mean-
shoot me the link, Louise. I'll get it up.
Nah, I think I got
I'll
it.
get it up.
Okay. There is a question we already asked, but it was just me, Tyler, TJ, and someone else. I can't remember who, and I'm sorry about that. But it was a question that Sonny asked about a Shifty Key website, and I kind of wanted to have your version of it, Jam, but maybe we can save that for the Easter egg.
Sure. We'll go with
Right.
it. Save it for the end, and we'll Easter egg it.
Okay, so questions.
Hey, you didn't forget this time.
Yeah.
Nice.
So Sonny88P asked, "Do you have a credit card?" And it was like with a GIF, which I don't know why, but anyway, do you have a credit card?
Got a few of them.
Yeah.
That's affirmative.
Of my own, no, I have a debit card. But yeah.
Loser.
Hey, fuck you. I mean, there was the option of enabling a credit card on the same card, but I'm not sure why I declined it. I think I was just afraid of, hitting the wrong button and fucking myself over with bills. So that's the thing. So it's kind of like I could have one, but I think I pretty much chose not to. Now, I wonder why Sonny asked this.
Yeah, it feels like a lead to something.
How does anybody ask
Yeah.
any of these questions?
Well,
What
because
are
people are
questions?
curious and we hold the key to knowledge, Jim. And they
I-
trust
well,
us with
I
it.
can't deny the keys to knowledge.
What kind of knowledge? We can't really assure it's anything useful, but,
Usually involves me not having any idea what I'm
Something.
talking about, but I'll bullshit my way through it.
Yep.
Fuck, there is one I'm not sure if it was asked already. I'm gonna assume it wasn't. I still need to update that. Sparks gave me a great idea and she even kind of started it out like she copied all the questions into a Word document. So I just need to slowly work my way on that. But, life's been busy. Sorry, Sparks, but thank you again. So speaking of Doc, she asked this. How would you react to suddenly becoming famous?
Suddenly?
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
about to say,
Yeah.
suddenly? Well, that's a really excellent question. I don't know. I've never really thought about
Yeah, I don't know either. I've never been
I got the I don't know. I got the feeling that would depend
famous
on the
for-
kind of fame, right? It's like famous because of your work. Because
Right, like I wouldn't want anybody finding out about my former porn career and becoming famous about that.
Yeah, like there's a sex tape with you. Oh fuck, no. But if it was because of my work, I think I would just roll with it. Like, yeah, okay, I did that. It's a thing.
Yeah.
But I mean, Jim, you and let's take this as podcast-wise. If our podcast became famous all of a sudden,
If our podcast suddenly
I
became
mean, when?
famous.
Let's be
When?
honest.
Okay, so
When? Okay.
when it suddenly becomes famous.
Yes.
Immediately getting sponsors. And if it is that successful, and then I would probably convert it to like a full-time job. But I would probably expand it beyond just having a random round table of 4 or 5 people just chatting it up. I would try to make it something topical. Probably even kick in a couple side podcasts if it was that good. I could see doing that.
Yeah, I mean, consider.
So you just build a podcast empire.
Yeah, it's kind of. I mean, that's always been kind of a closet dream of mine.
Yeah, I think I got kind of like the same plans. I'm not sure if I would quit my future day job, which is having my own psychology clinic, because I really enjoy doing that. But I could still like do that and the YouTube thing. But yeah, I agree. Like with the side shows, maybe branch out. Like I've always wanted to do animations for the podcast. The content we have on the podcast. There's a Shifty reads / Shifty scripts that we're trying to make it take off, but it's being kind of hard at the moment. I absolutely
that would be
agree
cool.
with the whole sponsorship thing. Yeah, that would be great, wouldn't it? I mean, modesty aside, I think it would be awesome. But yeah, I think we're short on staff and time. But yeah, I mean, sponsors would be a great one. Becoming best buds with Bernie, that would be a thing. Hey, a man can dream, right? Also, I'd probably cover my balls in gold.
Nice.
Yeah. That actually like came from a post I saw. Can't remember where, but it was like a screenshot that someone took, and it was like how to shave balls. And then there was this quote by someone that wasn't shown. It was like, you can shave your balls, you can do this, and that with them. You can even coat them in gold, but they still wouldn't look good or something.
Yeah,
Could you bedazzle your balls?
probably.
What is bedazzling again?
Turning yourself into a rhinestone cowboy, so to speak.
Rhinestone Cowboy, I love it. Yeah, if I could adopt the name Rhinestone Cowboy, I would absolutely bedazzle my ball. I would walk around with my zipper undone on my pants and just have my balls hanging out, bedazzled. Actually, I would just get crotchless pants. I would just get like some like assless chaps and then turn them around.
Assless chaps.
It would give new meaning to the term flashing people.
Yeah, yeah. You get the multi-flash.
Check out the bling on my junk.
It's like it's a combo.
But yeah, I think that'll be kind of it. It's very similar to Jim's answer. Oh, and if it got famous to the point that like it could be a thing like a ground for that, I'll probably try to get us all in the same like in a building.
Yeah,
like
we could
the
do
Shifty
like a video
offices.
podcast. Yeah.
Yeah.
Big dreams.
Yeah. Big dreams indeed.
Or a private jet. We could record video podcasts on a private jet.
If I accrued any kind of fame that would get me a paycheck, I would quit my day job so fast. I'd be gone. No more security. I'm actually pretty bad at my job.
Wow.
Have you ever tased someone, Myshu?
Oh God, no! They don't allow us weapons. What kind of gig do you think we have?
Wait, what do you do? I'm interested. Hold on. What is it you do?
Obviously not tasing people.
Oh, it's not very good security.
On the security end of it, it's more like a reception/access control. I have a button that opens the gate, and if I don't want you to come in, I don't have to press the button.
Nice.
But have you tried tasing the button?
I could short the button out, I imagine, and then it would never open again. No one can get it in.
Has the button
That'd be the perfect solution. I wouldn't have to do anything.
has the button tased you?
In Soviet Russia, the
In
button
Soviet
tastes
Russia.
you.
Hey.
I say they've got that at my job actually. We have a secure facility, except it's a government facility. So, if they don't want to let you in and you try to come in anyway, you're going to end up shot.
Do
Not
they have
with a
like
taser.
smart cards and badge readers and biometric scanning and
Yes,
all kind of cool shit?
actually, we very much do.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
And I'm part of the team that helps program that shit for new users. So
I forgot you have a new job, Jim. Like I thought you were still working at the store.
no, I'm just there part time, 2 nights a week. I have me an adult job now.
Adult job.
Yeah,
Well, Jim
As
has
opposed to kid job. You gotta
Right,
get
no,
that
it's-
ice cream van.
it's not a stupid like retail job I've been doing for almost a decade.
But Jim, have you ever tased someone?
No, I don't have control of any of the weapons.
God damn it, guys.
I mean, I've shot someone, but not at the job.
That's a whole other story.
Yes,
Was
it
it
was
with-
a whole other story.
Was it with a taser?
No, it was with a 16 gauge shotgun.
Jim, pay
You having a
attention to the
taser fetish
conversation.
over there?
Jesus.
Or you want to talk about it?
What? I'm sorry. I heard Myshu and Louise talking at the same time, so I don't know what y'all just said.
I told you to pay attention to the fucking conversation about tasers. Jesus. But yeah,
Oh,
Misha, you
yeah.
were
Nope,
saying-
no tasers. No, I've not shot anybody with a taser.
I said Louise was focusing too much on tasers.
Hey,
I feel like there's a more interesting story I have to tell, and Louise doesn't want to hear it. So next question.
Wait, what?
Aw.
No,
No, you
I'm
can
not
tell
going
your
to tell
story.
it. It's too late. Nope, next
You
question.
can tell.
Done.
I was just
Nah, I'm not telling
smart. I
anybody.
was going like, oh, let's keep talking about tasers.
Nope, this is what you get. I don't want to
Tell
answer
the
anymore.
fucking story,
Nope,
Jim.
it's not happening.
He shot a man.
That's the short version. I shot somebody.
Okay,
Not
the
necessarily a
low-key-
man.
Oh, wow.
Did he?
Was
did
it
he
a
deserve it?
werewolf?
Mishu is making wild assumptions.
Did you shoot a woman?
No, your wild assumptions were correct.
Did
You
you
should've
shoot
been a
a
dog.
werewolf?
No, I did not shoot a werewolf nor a dog. Well, not with a shotgun. I haven't shot a dog with a shotgun.
What did you shoot?
Shot a person. Shot a man who broke into my house.
So it was a man. You said it wasn't
Okay,
a man.
that's a story. That's a
All right,
fucking
story over.
story. Don't leave it at
Congratulations.
Da-da-da-da-da.
that. You
Questions.
can't just leave it there. Yada yada
Right.
yada. I shot a guy.
So,
Yeah,
Julius,
no big
if
deal.
you became suddenly famous, would you take someone?
Would I taste
Yeah.
someone?
Damn
Yeah.
it, Lucas.
Probably. Everyone. Fuck yeah.
If you're not famous, would it be just as cool to tase someone with one of those, like, not the gun tasers, but just a regular handheld taser?
Those are called
Those-
stun guns.
I can answer that.
Yeah,
Those are fucking scary, man.
they're terrifying.
You know,
It wouldn't.
that really,
It would be as cool, but you wouldn't get acquitted for it later.
Yeah.
that really confuses me, because like the taser that doesn't shoot is called a stun gun, but it's a melee weapon, so to say, and the taser is called taser, not stun gun, but it should be called stun gun because you can shoot it. Like, what the fuck is wrong with people who name those things?
I feel like it should be called a staser because it's like a stunning laser.
Shut up, James.
Taser.
It's not a laser.
It is not a laser. You're correct. It is. It's like the off-brand phaser from Star Trek. You're like, well, it doesn't shoot a beam of light at you, so we gotta go. So we're gonna Dr. Thunder to this Dr. Pepper, and we're just gonna call it a taser.
Dr. Thunder. Nice.
Sounds like a diarrhea medicine.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay, Julius, if you became suddenly famous, what would you do? How would you react?
I don't know. Probably get some cocaine, get high on it. That's it.
Solid plan, I guess.
Cocaine.
I was like, wow, not going anywhere fast with that one.
Yeah. I mean, I will once I get paid.
I mean, The Wolf of Wall Street did that, and you got him a movie. Got him arrested too, but you got him a movie.
Yeah, I was like,
Arrested.
I wonder if he got tased. Anyway, next
Probably.
question.
Seriously, dude. You want to talk about it?
Nah,
yeah.
tasers are just interesting.
I don't get a taser at work. I wish. They give me a big stick.
Ooh. Yes, Okay, sorry. That's gonna make a lot of sense because I was fucking waiting forever for Jim to be on a
Yeah.
podcast, and I finally remember why. This question was sent by Sim Jervak, and he asked,
Christ.
"Who is your least favorite character
In what?
Yeah.
ever?" I mean,
Oh
who is your
my
least
God.
favorite character?
Least favorite.
Uh,
Typically, the characters I really hate, I have a tendency to push from my mind. Now, that being said,
yeah. My repression is very strong.
yeah, like my repression game is strong. So, probably SpartanSloth if I had to guess.
Hey,
Yeah.
shout out to. Oh
Aw.
wait, no. Oh, I cry every time.
Let me.
I really
use,
don't know.
Let me pull a card from the deck here. Cait Sith from Final Fantasy VII.
I'm really trying to think of anything, of any character, of any game that I really dislike.
It's kind of difficult because there's like characters you don't like, but they usually drive the plot in a way they're like, "You motherfucker, I fucking hate you, but at the same time I really like you." You know, like
Yeah,
Snape. Snape is a fucking asshole, but then you're
Oh,
like, "Oh
here we go.
shit."
This is an easy one. Raiden from Metal Gear Solid 2. Actually, now that I think about it, it's pretty easy.
You mean all those naked cartwheels didn't do it for you?
No, they didn't. I mean, I was at a young age, and I started questioning things about my sexuality. I'm not gonna lie. I was like any 13-year-old boy. I was like trying to like see if like when you were fighting and you did that jump kick that you spin around, if he took his hands off his nuts, it actually like showed his nuts as he was fighting.
What?
Nice.
Well, did he?
No, they didn't. They were very elegant. Like he kept his, in typical like Kojima fashion, he like very elegantly kept his hands cupping his testicles and kept them covered the whole motion through as he would cartwheel and spin kick people. It was really
Yeah,
really
that naked
well
segment's
done.
not very long, but it's very memorable.
No shit. now that I remember it, yes, it's very memorable. So yeah, not really a big fan of Raiden.
Let's narrow the question down, shall we? Least
Sure.
favorite Avenger.
Okay.
The Hulk.
Oh wait, it's got to be the Avengers, because there is a Marvel character I don't really like, but it's not an
Yeah,
Avenger.
sure, throw him in.
Because I can kind of agree with Jim on the Hulk, but it's more like because I think the Hulk is boring. But nah,
that's why.
not him. I would say the new Ultimate Spider-Man, that kid Miles Morales. I don't like him, but it's not because of him. It's because like I think I've said this before on the podcast. I really like Spider-Man, and I feel like I'm kind of very protective of Spider-Man and all his alternate universe versions. Like I don't like when people fuck with Spider-Man. That's pretty much it. And what?
It's because he's Puerto Rican, isn't he?
No, it isn't. Because here's the thing, and spoiler for a thing that happened like 5 years ago or something. The Spider-Man from the Ultimate Universe got killed during the. It wasn't during the Civil War, I guess, but there was an event, and the Peter Parker from that universe got killed. And for some reason, this kid called Miles Morales got Spider-Man power, and he became the new Spider-Man. But it's like, fuck off, dude. You're not the original Spider-Man, you know? But yeah, it's more me being a protective asshole than because of the character in himself.
Weak.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't when Parker died, wasn't like Doctor Octopus in his body or something like that?
No, this is from the mainstream universe. I'm not really sure how
okay,
things are currently because of the new Secret Wars. I still have to finish that whole series. I don't think it is finished in itself, but I need to catch up. But yeah, that was a whole arc of stories called The Superior Spider-Man, and Doc Ock was dying, and he figured out a way to transfer his conscience to Peter Parker's body and Peter's conscience to his dying body. And so for a while, it seemed like Peter had died with the old octopus body, and so Octopus was being Spider-Man. And before he got into his body, he saw his memories and all the things that motivated him to become Spider-Man. Losing Uncle Ben and all that shit. And it was like, you know what? I'm gonna turn the page around. The page over and become a hero. But I'm gonna be better than the old Spider-Man. I'm gonna be the superior Spider-Man. And that was the name of the comic for a long time. Well, not a very long time, but for a while. And it was kind of interesting seeing Octopus trying to be Spider-Man. It got funny sometimes, but it really annoyed me that he fucked his life over in some instances and made it much better at some. But yeah, that was the thing. It happened. I'm not sure if I should tell the ending of that because it's like a year old or maybe 2 years old story, so it might be still new for people.
Close your ears, kids.
Yeah, spoiler alert, and come back to the podcast in 15 seconds. Ready? Okay, so yeah, in the end, Peter manages to get his body back, like there was a piece of his conscience inside his mind still, and that was enough to kick Octopus out. Like, Octopus actually kind of gave up. And then, yeah, that was pretty much it. And done.
Well, where did Doc Ock go? Did he just die?
Yeah, they don't show, like, he just disappears. And then his body disappears too. Like, from the grave it was supposed to be in. Which means he's probably not dead.
Oh, goody.
Yeah. Like, it's funny that Marvel decided to hit the reset button with the Secret Wars, because from the Spider-Man storylines, there was like at least two, not exactly cliffhangers, but things that indicated that it could become future arcs. But then the Secret Wars just happened. It was like, oh, we have bigger issues on our hands. Fuck it.
Man.
Well. I might actually read some of those issues today. I'll see if I can get my hands on them. But yeah, still I'm not satisfied with the answer for Miles Morales. Oh, no, wait. Okay, Miles is a fucking dickhead. Not really, but I don't like him. Superman. I don't like Superman. I mean Miles Morales, not Miles Lune. I mean Miles Morales. But yeah, I think Superman is worse than this new Ultimate Spider-Man. I don't like Superman. He's a fucking bitch.
Yeah, I don't like him either.
Put that as a tagline of the podcast. Superman, he's a fucking bitch.
Yep.
Fight me, bro. Yeah, because it's like, oh, I got all these kick-ass superpowers, and my plots don't really have much of a problem. Oh. Now they're trying to make him all greedy and an angry guy, with a short temper and all that shit, but who are they kidding? The Injustice plot was kind of interesting, but didn't really grasp much of my attention. But
what really bothers me about Superman is like, I don't find invincible characters very interesting at all.
Is it because they're usually not invincible?
I'm sorry, what? I couldn't.
I said, is it usually because they're not invincible?
I don't know, man. I don't like the whole invincibility thing.
But Superman is invincible.
It's hard to generate conflict around a character who can just, kick away anything that comes his way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is kind of like the deal with Hulk. He's boring. Okay, he's super strong and he can jump really high and he's got such a thick skin that you can throw rockets at him and he's like, oh, well, what's next?
You're talking about angsty Superman, and all I can imagine is graphic novels for him where they're like those greeting cards at the store, except when you open them, instead of playing Happy Birthday music, it plays like Linkin Park.
What? Is that a thing?
What the fuck?
So I'm going to read the new Superman. You open it up, and it's like, crawling in my skin.
That's great.
I guess in the end, it doesn't even matter.
Oh.
God damn. Speaking of Hulk, did you guys see the today's Funhouse video?
No.
It's pretty funny. Like they like they're playing like GTA 5 on PC, and so they're using the mods, and they got the Hulk mod, and he just spawned a bunch of Hulk and started fighting them.
Okay, gotta
Sounds
watch
like
that now.
Yeah, and then he got the fucking Hulk Buster and started fighting Hulks.
Hulkbuster! Sorry, I had to do it.
And do we have any more questions?
No, that's it
Yeah.
for today. Just one thing, Jim, how do you feel about having your evil twin on the site?
I know he already exists, so
Okay. And...
I think he's a real asshole.
That's a statement. Print it.
I know the party involved with bringing my evil twin to life.
Oh wait, you know?
I have promised a reckoning already.
Actually, I said Sim Jurbeck is a he, but I forgot it's like the complete opposite of Jim. So it's actually
Exactly.
she. I'm sorry about that,
And
Sim Jurbeck.
and Sim is short for Simone, which is a female name.
Yeah, so.
That is a female name.
Man, I just fucking love this profile.
Oh god. I'm just absolutely there's gonna be a reckoning.
Alright, so everyone, thank you so much for listening. Julius, Myshu, thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you for having me.
Or a trick.
Don't forget to listen to the outro to find out how to interact with us. And until next week, don't become Superman. You're gonna become boring. Bye.
Yeah.
Also,
Bye.
don't be the new Ultimate Spider-Man, because you'll be an asshole. Bye.
Bye, Felicia.
Don't be famous.
Thanks for listening to the Shifty Key Podcast. The intro and outro music is provided to us by our editor, TDBTyler. To get more involved with the Shifty Key Podcast, you can answer the questions for the audience asked by our guests, or even ask the cast a question of your very own, either here in the YouTube comments or in our Rooster Teeth group. To keep updated with this channel's shenanigans, you can follow us on Twitter, join and watch our group on Rooster Teeth, or simply subscribe. All links will be in the description. Until next week, goodbye. Are we gonna do
Oh yeah, the surprise
question for my Easter egg?
So it was sent by Sonny. Where the fuck is it? It was like, if we were to have a Shifty Key website, what kind of features would you want to have on it? I just really like the idea. It could be interesting for the future.
I think if our podcast was more refined, we could I don't know, what would we be like? Would we do like news aggregation? Or
User profiles with an automatic poop hat button. Poop hats for everybody.
Yay! Yeah, we had this discussion a few podcasts ago. Not the poop head, the website, and you know.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't really. This turned out to be a really shitty Easter egg. Sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. One thing I thought, like, if we ever got fan art, which, God, this is a long shot, but we could have a gallery for fan art.
Absolutely.
That would be interesting.
I mean, we would obviously have to become like our own, like, I would assume our own, like, kind of community site, but I don't see any of us being that damned interesting.
Hey, the Shifty Key Corporation.
Damn.
Dream big, guys. Dream big.
But yeah, send us fan art, not dick pics.
Not dick pics, unless they're bedazzled balls.
Exclusively dick pics.
Yeah, actually, you don't have to send
those
fan
to
art
SpartanSloth.
because...
He would love to have them.
No, thank you.
Yes, he would.
No.
Yes.
Jim, please.
Yeah, please, see? Please, he wants them. He's begging you to send them to him.
I said, Jim, please, don't do that.
Fine, I will send you some. You can send them to me, and I will send them to SpartanSloth. He cannot contain himself, listeners.
This is it. That's enough. Bye.
Bye, Felicia.
Did you say Felicia?
Yeah, bye, Felicia.
You know, I'm not even gonna ask anyway. Bye.